the song. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Today's Wednesday, July 27th, 2022. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup. A couple minutes late. I apologize. I don't have a good reason. It just happened. Over the weekend, I bit my lip chewing gum. It really hurts. I thought it was just a little one, but it's kind of bad. It's making me drool. So if you see me like wiping my mouth, that's what's going on. And then there's something going on with my tongue in the back. I don't know. I think I may have also bit my tongue in adjusting the way I was chewing or something. So my whole mouth is like, it's not pleasant to talk. I'll be honest. Good morning, Mark and Jenny and Nathan and Dennis and all the rest of you, whether you're watching live later or listening. Thank you for coming by. And Brian. Look at everybody coming in. That's very warm. How was your yesterday? I recorded. That's all I did. We did first cup. And then 4 episodes. And then we had a martial arts video focus group. And then we had an awards group meeting. For those of you, I think everybody knows about the awards at this point, right? If you don't know about the Whistle Kick Award, the Never Settle Award, sorry, we made a change in the name midway through the process. My brain's still not picked up on it. If you're not familiar with the Never Settle Awards, please, I linked it on my personal Facebook. It's all over the place. Please check it out. Please nominate people. This is one of those times when people look at the way something is done and they complain. And then a group of people come along. They're like, let's change it. Let's make it better. And a lot of the people that are complaining are like, oh, what's over there? It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. Dennis is happy Camel Day, peeps. It is a Camel Day. Hello to my friends on Twitch. I hope everyone's well. So yeah, so did I do anything else yesterday? I did a couple other things. So I think no, I don't think I've really talked about this. Almost my entire house is electrical. I've got an oil furnace. I have a wood stove, but I don't heat my hot water heater, my stove. They're all electric. And I also have solar panels. I have long wondered where that energy goes. And, they make those devices, those kilowatt, those individual units. But some of what's in question is directly wired, like my hot water heater, or difficult to get to, like my refrigerator. I don't know where the energy is going. So there's a company called Sense. I am not sponsored or endorsed by them in any way. Good morning, John. And so the short version is they make this meter that goes in your electrical box and figures out where your energy is going. And the electrician came, set it up. The initial advice I received from the company indicated I didn't need additional sensors for the solar panels. I did. So those came in. I got those set up. And now it's running. And here, I'll show you the interface. Here's this thing on my phone. I'm currently making 47 watts of electricity with my solar panels and using 316. Where's the 316 going? I don't know. When I had the electric tea kettle on, it was at 1800. My electric tea kettle is apparently 1500 watts. Who knew? Over time, it figures it out, tells you it's like your fridge is probably using this and your whatever is probably using that. And this is interesting to me because I want to use as little electricity as possible so I can never pay for electricity again, because through the summer, I don't make enough solar to cover all of the winter. I would like to. That's the interesting thing for me that I can tell you about anyway from yesterday, because I'm not going to tell you about yesterday's episodes. Let's just say 4 of them, 4 great ones. Really happy. 2 people I knew ahead of time. 1 person who contributed a little bit to a project, and 1 with a conversation that was very different. Yeah. The last one I did, I think people are either going to really enjoy because it's so different, or you're going to hate it and turn it off. I really think that. So we'll find out. What did you do? What was your Tuesday like? Tell me in the comments. What are you doing today? Tell me in the comments. Today, I cut my hair. Today being Wednesday, I'll do the books. I have 1 client, and I've got 10,000 things that I can do, and we'll see how many of them I get to. There are things that I want to do, and I'd really like to get outside and work in the yard. What's withering me? Let's check. It's not going to be 10,000 degrees again, right? We're done with that. It's 53 outside. Oh, it's so nice. It's going to be 83. It's kind of warm. No rain. Rain tomorrow. No rain this weekend. Interesting. Oh, and we have another heat wave coming for next weekend. Lovely. There's plenty to do outside. I'd like to get outside. We'll see if it happens. Ooh. Jenny, you're right. In all fairness, many of the episodes are something, sometimes, I can't even read, something a little different. I try to make them different. Try to mix it up for all of you. I put out the appeal yesterday for topics to discuss, and I know a couple of you wrote in. Where are they? Josh Sensman. I thought I saw more. So Dennis says, took the day off from work so that I can do a bunch of weeding in the back, saving our lawn 1 weed at a time. Right on. Took the day off work to weed. That sounds like a good day to me. I'm not feeling with it. Can you tell? Like, I don't know if you can tell. I slept well. I went to bed later than I wanted to, but we had meetings. I slept well, but I slept hard. You know what I mean when I say that? There were definitely dreams. I woke myself up at one point. Weird dreams. I've been having weird dreams. You know, the kind of dreams where it's not particularly restful. That's what was last night. I don't remember them. And I don't even think I remembered them when I first woke up. But man, not pleasant. So let's do this. Let's Josh gave us what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 topics. Let's start with the top one. What qualifies someone to teach self-defense? And that opens this whole can of worms about what is self-defense, right? It can get messy. Before I start saying things, I want you all to say things. What qualifies someone to teach self-defense? I hope we can all agree it doesn't require having been in many, many fights and never losing them, which is what internet trolls would like to suggest that it requires. Well, you've never been in a fight, or you lost that fight. I've watched people absolutely tear down some wonderful martial artists for some terrible reasons. You guys are quiet this morning. Very quiet. We can just sit here and listen to the birds. I'm just kidding. Jenny says, I find it valuable if the instructor can explain not only how to perform a technique, but also why. I think that's an important part of it. Good morning, Nikki. I think it comes down to what is your definition of self-defense. If we're talking about what makes a good self-defense instructor, what is self-defense? Is self-defense not getting into a fight? Is it winning a fight? Is it the ability to go out and pick a fight? I don't think too many people are going to pick that one, but there are people who do that. In fact, we've had guests on Martial Arts Radio who talk about people they knew who would go to bars and intentionally, look too long at someone's girl or bump someone's beer as a way to test their skills. I hope it goes without saying that I do not advocate that at all. And I think that's the opposite of self-defense, in fact. But I think everyone can agree a good self-defense instructor increases the likelihood that someone escapes a confrontation either before it starts or with less harm. You come away better than you would have otherwise. That's a good self-defense instructor. A great self-defense instructor does a better job with that. A poor self-defense instructor does a worse job with that. So what makes someone a good self-defense instructor is their ability to understand what helps someone come out of a confrontation better off and is able to convey that information efficiently so that you remember it. Where was I over the weekend? Oh, yeah. I was in Philadelphia. So, good morning, Andy. Take care. Over the weekend, completely irrelevant to what I was teaching, I noticed there were a couple people and they were working on and talking about choke defense. Choke defense is one of those that I think just gets so... I think it gets overanalyzed because it's really difficult. Most of the time, someone attacks you, they're going to be bigger and stronger. Defending against a choke when someone's arm is more or less flat out versus almost vertical, if they're much taller than you, is a completely different scenario. So instead of all this head twisting and this stuff, and oh, you've got to time it, if someone puts a choke in, you're in trouble, right? So I said, put that on me. And Matt put the choke on me, and I reached down. I think it wasn't inappropriate, but I pinched the inside of his thigh. It startled him. He released, and he jumped back. The best part about that movement, it did not harm him. What if I'm in a situation where I don't know who it is? Do I really want to stomp on their foot and kick them in the groin and yank and poke and scrape? What if it's a friend with really bad timing? How about the fact that most of us under pressure struggle to remember complex movements? Boop. Anybody can remember pinching a thigh. And so this is something that I think maybe not often about, but feel strongly about. Good self-defense is simple. If it's not simple, it's not good self-defense. It may work, but I don't want to have to teach someone 14,000 repetitions for them to be able to remember it. I want to give them 5 or 10. And when I teach self-defense, primarily to friends, there are a handful of things I teach them, and they're all very simple. They're like, oh, that's it? You're not going to teach me weird Aikido jiu-jitsu stuff? No, because you won't remember it. It'll get you hurt. Rather, it won't get you hurt. It will leave you hurt. Jenny says, I'm behind on episodes. I just listened to the episode with Jason Brick on the incomplete conversation on violence or self-defense or something like that. Sorry, I'm having a mental freeze moment. Can't remember the exact title. That's fine. I don't remember our titles either. That episode is a nice compliment to this topic. Yeah. So that's how I look at a good self-defense instructor. They would give you tools like pinch the inside of the thigh, pull up on the nose. It's really difficult for someone to resist that. Scrape the bottom of your shoe down the front of someone's shin if you actually need to cause some pain. Things like that. And it's a recognition that when I'm teaching someone that stuff, it's not the same as me teaching someone a form. It's the recognition that there's a time and a place for the intellectual aspects of martial arts and really taking a scenario and picking it apart and analyzing and saying, okay, we could do this, the body moves this way, because there is value in that. If someone attacks me, I'm probably going to end up using some of the things that I've done in those scenarios at some point, but I've also been training a long time. I've got a lot of repetitions under my belt. I'm not going to do the more complicated stuff I know. I don't care how cool it looks. I want to get out of there as fast as possible. I don't know how many friends the person has. So I think the number one quality of a good self-defense instructor is humility. Because if you're not humble, you start showing off and impressing people. And that doesn't work. Do you all agree? Does anybody disagree? I feel like I got a really quiet room this morning. I could just go back to bed, sleep on camera. Don't do that to you. I'm also feeling like there's a long delay. When I started the show, it was 20 seconds before the live broadcast symbol even came up, and that's much longer than normal. It's usually 5 to 8. So I think there may be a delay. That's okay. Nothing I can do about it. Trying to think if there's anything else from yesterday to report that you may find interesting. I don't think so. It's quite all right, Jenny. Yeah. So for those of you who listen to the show later, watch the show later, I would just like you to think about this. When you think of a really good self-defense instructor, what makes them that? Think about the people that you've had that taught you self-defense in some way, that were good, that were bad. The ones that you said, I get it. And the others where you said, maybe I didn't. And then think about what's important to you in relation to self-defense. Some people want to do the fancy stuff. For some people, that is the goal. It's fine. It's not my goal. It's not what I teach. That's okay. No one's going to bring me in to teach self-defense anyway. It'd be a very, very short seminar. All right, grab a partner. Here's this move. Try it. Got it? And then we do that like 3 more times. It'd be 10 minutes. Shortest self-defense seminar ever. Mark says he agrees. The more basic, the better. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go. I hope you have a great day. Dennis says, I agree with you, Jeremy. Self-defense techniques are simple, direct, and easy to execute under duress. We're all on the same page here. That's good. Remember, if you want to support us, we've got a Patreon. You can use the code FIRSTCUP15. And if you want the whole shebang, whistlekick.com/family. Have a good day, Nikki. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll do it again. Maybe you guys will be more vocal. Tomorrow we got a new episode coming out. It's Thursday. I'm just going to sit, drink coffee, and listen to the birds. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.